about investing into Africa, by which we mean all the African countries south of the Sahara, really. And what we've taken this week is essentially a checklist approach to the things you need to think about when investing into the rest of the continent. And that's not just tax, but company law issues, employment law issues, exchange control issues, of course. And it's all quite a long list, unfortunately, but a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of people have thought about it already, but hopefully acts as a useful reminder of some of the things that need to be thought about and things we've seen being forgotten about. And that can range from checking the rules on whether you're allowed to do business at all, what permits you require. Do you need local participation? Do you need local directors? If so, how are you going to register them and how are you going to manage that whole relationship? And then we go on to things beyond the foundation, exchange control. How do you need to register your investment? And if so, how? Will you be able to get your money out again? And if so, how? How are you going to structure the investment? Is there going to be debt in there? If so, what are the tax rules impacting on that and the exchange control rules? Getting into tax matters, more purely tax matters, the obvious ones. What is the company tax rate, VAT rate, those sort of things, withholding taxes? Will you have to deduct withholding taxes from suppliers? Will your customers deduct it from you? And if so, what can you do with it? Are there more than one income taxes that apply to the company? That happens in a number of countries. What's the audit regime? How are you going to manage those? Transfer pricing rules. Will there be an impact on controlled foreign company law in your home country? And so on and so on, unfortunately. Then when you're buying a business from somebody else, make sure you've looked at the due diligence adequately. You don't want to be taking on somebody else's tax risks without a method of getting some compensation back from them if something goes wrong. If you've got a long lead time investment, especially a capital intensive one, capex heavy one, is there any VAT planning that can be done so that the VAT you're spending on building the plant or building the presence can be reclaimed either now, perhaps unlikely, or in the future, more likely. But without planning, that can go wrong, and you may find a permanent increase in cost. Then finally, we come to what are the tax impacts of shutting down? What are the exchange control impacts of shutting down or disposing of the business? Is there going to be a big CCT problem, for example? And if so, where? Or perhaps it will be in more than one country. Things to think about, lots of complexity. I hope it's a useful document, and we look forward to hearing from you if we can help with any of the problems or thoughts that come out of it.